The art studio. Don't really have much planned here. Just doing a pop in, that's all. Quick little pop in. My name's Cartoon Mark. Welcome to the snowy upstate New York. We will be venturing out on the patio here shortly. I am on vacation for a little under a week, so we thought we would do some videos. I'm here at my easel. I have no creative, I have artist block recently. And it has to do with being an event caricature artist. I hate to just draw for the gig, for the events that I do, because I'm very busy with events. Not now, obviously, but and now I'm trying to do some art that I want to do, that I want to catch up on. So that's what I reserve the winter months for: January, February, March. And sometimes I experiment with a little painting, but mostly gag cartoons, single panel gag cartoons, as Squeaky the Cat is hanging out with me here, and in the art studio. Um, and I do brush up on my example pieces, and I will show you some of those here, as this is the art studio slash cat playroom. Right, Squeaky? Yeah. How you doing, buddy? We're gonna show them the snow. A couple little drawings I've been working on. So yeah. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up if you're here. We will take you out to the patio where we are expecting 6 to 9 inches of snow. And Squeaky the Cat is watching the snowfall out the window. And like I said, I work on my example pieces. We'll turn the camera around here. Not really the greatest shot, but over here is Squeaky's little play area. And here are some of my examples. We got Kramer, we got Captain Spaulding, Jason Voorhees, and then I got over there is Freddy Krueger. Yeah, so let's venture on out. Please check my last video I uploaded. It's about Adam the Woo. We lost a giant in the YouTube community. Adam the Woo. I just want to take this time to just say hi and to say hello to all my regulars and all my YouTube channels that I like and follow. Adam the Woo was right at the top of the list. German in Venice, because they're all like 80s guy. Like we're all 80s kids. Adam the Woo did videos on Back to the Future. What do you call that? Scenes where they shot the movie, location of Back to the Future, The Goonies, Edward Scissorhands. Um, the list goes on, and I'm obviously a child of the '80s myself. So, boy, it hit me hard when he passed, and we weren't expecting it. Smash that thumbs up button; that will really help me out, guys. Hey, 3 people, thank you so much. So, what have I been doing lately? I've been doing actually just sketchbook journaling. Like, instead of like writing a journal, which I do, I I just do little sketches along with full journals, and I picked that up from a YouTube channel we're going to start out with here called Sketchbook School, and from this was Bobby the bartender we met, and it was his birthday, and he was the insult bartender. That was pretty nice. Along with Thanksgiving dinner. This was me, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncles, and Uncle Andy went to grab the gravy to pour gravy on his potatoes, and he actually grabbed the pitcher of water and dumped water in his potatoes, and that was the talk of Thanksgiving dinner. And I drew it right there. So I do this when I have time, and I do this more recently just to record things that happened that I would have forgotten. And yeah, this was the pre-party, the cocktail hour at a different relative's house on Thanksgiving, and just some things that happened there. And I always try to draw Squeaky, but I am terrible at drawing cats, as you can tell. So, yeah. So let's say hi to some YouTubers that we love. Rest in peace, Adam the Woo. Here is just some stuff. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, thank you everybody. Hey, Shellbell, how you doing? Who else is that? Morrison, what's up, homie? Sorry, I'm blind. I gotta get like right up on it. So who wants to see some snow? All right. So what are we doing now? We're brushing up on caricatures, but I'm taking a long break from caricatures because I just get burned out. So I draw what I want to draw in the off season, which is single panel gag, funny, silly cartoons, and caricature examples to have for the springtime and stuff like that. Here's my Tom Richmond artwork, which I just love. It's all keeps me inspired, you know. So let's head out to the patio. I'm trying to push my exaggerations. No, this is not me. So yeah, you want to head out to the patio? All right. All right. So this is the art studio. Yes, we have Leave It to Beaver on all the time. Squeaky the cat is ready to play, aren't you, Squeaky? She's waiting for me. Let's grab you a toy, Squeaky. You want a toy? How about your new chicken bone toy? I got her this. This was in her stocking. You ready, Squeaky? Show the camera. Yeah, she hit it. Buzz's retirement garage. All right, Buzz. This is for you, Buzz. You ready to? I'm taking you out to the patio to show you the snow. This is my new apartment. Beautiful. 2-bedroom. I'm no longer a homeowner, Buzz. I'm no longer fixing hot water tanks and toilets and all that jazz. And I have great relief off of me from that. I did it for 18 years, and that was enough. So we're gonna head out to the patio here. Squeaky, I'm sorry, Squeaky, you can't go out in the patio. This table is for her, so I basically, you know. Anyway, before we head out, I just wanted to say hello to my YouTubers, my favorite YouTubers, Buzz's Retirement Garage. Please go and subscribe to Buzz's Retirement Garage. The Barefoot Vlogger. I love Minivan Venturing, all those guys. German in Venice. Rouser World, if you're interested in caricatures. And Sketchbook School with a K. And this all goes out to Adam the Woo as well. We lost a giant, Adam the Woo. Please watch my last video, my last regular upload, and I did a little kind of tribute to him. And I'll be drawing a caricature of Adam the Woo in the next couple days here, and I'll record that. And the reason why I took YouTube a little more serious was probably because of Adam the Woo, right? So if you don't know who he is, go check him out. He was a great guy and apparently passed away in his sleep at 51 years old. I'm 50, and he had over 700,000 subscribers. So here we go. Who else said hi on here? Somebody else did. Morrison, we're getting ice. Blue sky is here. Buzz's Retirement Garage. Here we go, Buzz. We're going to show you how much snow we're getting here in good old Albany, New York. All right. This is the patio here. I'm usually out here a lot in the spring, summer, and fall. Whew. It is chilly. It's beautiful though. It's very quiet and very still. See, if you look in the light, you can see that snow fall. Look at that, Buzz. Look at how much snow is falling, guys. But yeah, this is kind of the view from my patio. I absolutely love it. We are expecting About 6 to 9 inches of snow. Morrison loves it. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I got shorts on and sandals. And guess who's watching me? Squeaky the cat is watching. Hi, Squeaky. I'm coming in, buddy. Don't you worry. Oh my God, my knees are shaking. I have about a week off of work, so I just figured I'd pop in with some videos. And anyway, that's the situation from Albany, New York. The snow just started about an hour ago. I'm all loaded up on groceries. Got plenty of food. Maggie hates it too, huh? I did not opt for the garage. My neighbor, she got the garage. But I don't need a garage. I can just brush the car off. I'm going back in. All right, one last look. Yeah, we get lots of deer here, guys. Lots of deer, lots of birds. I feed the birds, and life is good. Malinowski, yo. All right, Squeaky, we're coming back in. Holy shoot, it's cold. Squeaky. Hi. Hang on, let me lock it up so we're safe and sound. And there we are. Yeah, so just wanted to pop in, say hi. Nothing too earth-shattering going on. It's the day after Christmas. Me and Squeaky are hanging out, doing all the cat things that cats do. And that's about what she does all night. We got Morrison here, Malinowski here. Malinowski, Squeakers, everybody loves you, Squeaky. Buzz's retirement garage in the yard. What'd you say, Buzz? Something about the yard. Hey, Mark. Awesome. Buzz, are you going live, or did you already go live? I'm sorry, I'm a little out of sorts here because I'm usually working right now. Did you ever feel so bored that you wanted to go back to work? I know it's a weird saying, and I don't even want to say it, but I work so much. I work close to, at minimum, 50 hours a week, sometimes 60. And I just came off a 2-week stretch. I worked 10 days straight. And that's the way my schedule works with water treatment, water distribution. It's an essential job. It's a 24/7 shift work job. There's 5 of us. So basically I get, at the end of the month, I have to work 10 days straight, and then I get 4 days off. And I take a little vacation day on each side of that. So it makes it like a little week's vacation at the end of every month, and it's kind of nice. And so, yeah, working. I'm 50 years old. Buzz gave me a great compliment. He says, "You're young." Thank you, Buzz. I appreciate that. I don't know, my hair is kind of losing the hair. We get a little less hair. We put on a little weight. This is a time to really take inventory and try to eat a little less. I ate a little too much here at Christmas time. I still got leftovers from Mom and Dad's. I got cookies, I got brownies, and you know the deal. Mom likes to take care of me. So anyway, let's see who's talking here in the chat. Nope, never bored. Doing YouTube videos helps. Yes. Snow is a big event. Yeah, I wouldn't say I get bored. I get antsy maybe, just because from working so much. Here's what happened to me, Buzz. I'll sit you down here, and what happened with me is I have a full-time job and then caricatures. I'm an event artist, right? So that basically went from go in the spring, summer, and fall. I averaged about 5 to 6 events a month, which is a lot. I had the best year I've ever had. So that basically stops after December. with the holiday parties for caricatures. And I'm left kind of with a lot of time on my hands, and I just try to figure out my routine, I guess. So being a shift worker, it's a little challenging. And I'm just glad I'm not out in the snowplow tonight, because I did that for 20 years too. Right, Squeaky? Yes, Squeaky. I'm a commercial driver, still maintain the license in case they ever need me. And I'm just glad. I mean, you're like a Buzz. I was like a pinball machine in that plow truck, bouncing around. It's a big DOT state plow truck, you know? Yes, Squeaky. And I had a wingman also. And when one would get tired, we would switch. Which was nice. He'd drive for 10 hours, and then we'd switch. And then have a nice break while you could be the wingman. And we're basically telling them, okay, move in, move out, move in, move out. Don't hit that telephone pole. Garbage cans were 2 points. It always seemed like on plow night, it was garbage night. Morrison, I've been off since July because of a shoulder injury, recovering from surgery now. Oh, wow, I do get bored, yeah. Well, Morrison, like Buzz said, keep busy. Buzz seems to do very well, keeps busy himself, and that's great. So I'm glad I'm in a new role now at work. Life is just good. I'm taking care of me now, and I'm in a good spot. Just hit 26 years with the company, with the city I work for. I work for a local city. Hey, guess where I started? Right at the bottom, the dump. Yeah, the landfill. You can't start much more at the bottom than that, Buzz. I was a part-timer. I wasn't even a full-time laborer. They said, no, we don't have any full-time jobs, but we got a temporary 8-week job, and the job title is called paper picker. Paper picker, I said? I'll take it. Your job was to crew of guys would grab a bag, and if you're lucky, you had a stick, but they just handed you a pair of gloves. You had to pick up papers at the landfill off of a fence that blew across the Mohawk River here in Albany, New York. So the landfill wouldn't get fined by state DEC. So we would clean the fence off of papers. Them garbage trucks, waste management, would dump their load of garbage, and the papers would blow right back at the fence. And they say, okay, boys, job security. I'll never forget what that foreman told us. Job security, men. Anyway, long story short, I finally did get on permanent part-time, 39 and a half hours a week. And I stuck it out and signed every job I could. I bid every job I could. Couldn't get out of that dump. And an opportunity came up where I since decided, hey, I got to go back to school. This is crazy. I mean, I ain't getting nowhere. So that was when the light bulb went off, and I said, I at least need a minimum 2-year degree. So I did go back to community college and at night and obtained a 2-year environmental studies degree. And an opportunity arose in the water department for me, where I was a GPS technician. I had the pole with the rod and the satellite dish on top and the backpack, and I basically GPSed every manhole, sewer manhole, catch basin, fire hydrant, water valve, you name it. I know where it is. I'm the guy that GPSed it. 1 year later, guess what happens? Utility locator job pops up for the test. I took the test. I scored number 1. I did that job for 20 years. 20 years I was a utility locator, and I never thought I'd get out of it. I thought I'd die in that job. It was like a rat and a hamster and a wheel, a hamster and a wheel. And that's kind of how this channel started. I started to document a little things about my utility locating, and boy, I don't freaking miss that shit at all. Who do they call? And then when they got a problem, they're like, hey, do you remember where that water service was on Morris Road around the corner? I'm like, yep, you're looking in the wrong spot. You got to pull the maps, pull the plot plans, and You got to hook up direct, and that service is tapped on the back side of the house. It runs through another yard. Like I'll drive by a house, and I'll say, I know where that water service is. I know where that sewer lateral is, and I've had some damages, but not many. Wow, Shell Bell, yeah. So anyway, that's the quick story of the working guy of me, my day job. And in the words of Rick Rubin, being a creative person, hi Squeaky, is important, right? And to have a job while you're a creative person is a noble thing, right? Because that day job provides you with a living, with a roof over my head in the snow, you know? And is that Ziggy? No way, is Ziggy here? Ziggy! Ziggy from Clearwater, Florida, Fort Myers, no, Marco Island, Florida. Anyway, Ziggy's down in Florida. I wish I was down there. Rewind the video, Ziggy. We were just out on the patio, 6 to 9 inches of snow. Anyway, I lost track. Oh, Rick Rubin. This is a channel about your creativeness too, your creative side hustle, whatever that may be. Mine happens to be caricatures, and I'm also a magician. I was actually a magician for a long time. I did a few shows here and there, but I found myself more comfortable behind the easel. Right, Squeaky? Yes, Daddy. Where are you? She's here. So yeah, Rick Rubin said it's okay, and when you're not doing your day job, you put all your energy into your creative side hustle, and that's a noble thing. There's nothing wrong with that. And when I do retire, I can put 100% of it into my caricatures and magic. Right, Squeaky? Yeah, you know it's cold out there, buddy, don't you? Let's see what Ziggy's saying. Pardon me, I want to flip the camera around because I got to get close to read this here. Ziggy, hey Mark, so you moved. I'm so glad I found you. I haven't watched you in so long. I love you, buddy. Think the world of you moving forward. Thank you, Ziggy. I miss you. I love you. I wish I was down there in Florida with you. My parents will be headed to Florida January 3rd, the snowbirds, taking the auto train down there. Shell Belt, palm trees. Yay, Mark, you were here too. Wish you were here too. Yeah, got it. Squeaky's having her little dinner. You know, this is what I do. This is life right now. Is Buzz still here? Hey, Buzz. Pension job, right? If someone likes, yes, Buzz. Sorry for my bald head shining off. Yes, Buzz. The old joke for us city workers is we don't go to work for the city for the pay. We go to work for the city for the benefits, right? And that's medical. After 20 years, you get full medical. I'm well past 20 years, so I get full medical until Medicare kicks in. And the pension. Buzz, I'm going to tell you a quick story about my financial advisor, what he told me. So, yes, we have a pension. I know it's a rare thing. I didn't know it was a rare thing. I just fell into this job, Buzz, as I needed a job, right? I wasn't the greatest student and landed where I landed in the landfill, and then the water department, then the highway department. Now I'm back in the water department. And yes, there is a pension for life. We have a pension for life. And I invested you're vested after 11 years or 10 years. And I get the statements every year, Buzz, on what I'll be earning, and it's pretty good. So here's what happened about my financial advisor. So if you haven't watched my older videos, I used to live in a big old rickety 120-year-old house down the hill here in the local city where I grew up. And it was a duplex, and I always rented out the other side, the upstairs. And then I gave it to the kiddos, and all that, went how it went. And decided, okay, I'm selling the house. I had enough. So I sold the house. I cried uncle. Basically just didn't want to do the maintenance and stuff and deal with code enforcement and deal with shoveling and upkeep. And I had enough. And so I sold the house, had a little, a good pile of money. So my brother, Buzz, hooks me up with his financial advisor, okay, who is in Stuart, Florida. Ziggy knows where Stuart, Florida is, right? I know where Stuart, Florida is. What is Stuart, Florida? It's the sailfish capital of the world, by the way. My brother hooked me up with another guy named Mark, who was my financial advisor. He said, yeah. So I got on the Zoom call with him, everything, got all the information, boom, boom, boom. And I said, hey, Mark, I said, I didn't even ask. What's the minimum? Is there supposed to be a minimum I'm supposed to give you just to invest with you investors? I've never done this before. He goes, oh yeah, 2 million, Mark. I started laughing. I said, thanks, Mark. I appreciate your help. And we'll talk next week when I give him my information. I said, okay, great. So my brother calls me back. I see you, Squeaky. My brother calls me back. He goes, yeah, Mark, my buddy Mark wasn't kidding when he said 2 million. I said, what? He goes, yeah, he's doing you a favor because you're my brother. I said, oh my God. So I sent him Christmas cards and everything down there. So I should probably draw a caricature of him and his family because they love water skiing down there in Florida and golfing. So, but the thing I'm getting to, Buzz, I'm sorry I'm long-winded, with two things he told me. He goes, Mark, that pension you have, he wanted basically DNA sample of my finances, and I gave him my pay stubs, this, that, the other, all my investments that I have with the city, because I do have that. It's not a 401k, it's called deferred compensation. We can't touch it, Buzz, until I separate from service. So I got a good chunk of money in there. Anyway, he says to me, Mark, that pension you have, he says, nobody has that. He goes, maybe one or two of my clients have a pension. And he deals with people with 2 million or more. So I said, what? He goes, yeah, Mark, nobody has a pension anymore. He goes, stay there as long as you can. I said, really, Mark? I said, okay. I said, I will. I said, thank you. And he said, he had me jump on, hi, Squeaky. He had me jump on socialsecurity.gov. And she's watching the snow falling. And Buzz, I'm sure you've done this. He had me plug in 62, 65, and 67 to see what the difference would be if I took it then, or then. Wow. I think there's a skunk or another cat or something or a rabbit out there because she just took off. So that was interesting to see that. And also my financial advisor says, Mark, I see you work until 62. I said, whoa, what? Apparently people work till 62. I know I'm being sarcastic right here. The reason is for us city workers, 55, you're out. You retire at 55. The cops in the city where I work, they retire we have 40 and 45-year-olds who put 20 years in and retire. Here's the thing with me, Buzz. At 55 years old, I'll be maxed out. I'll have 31 years of service, 31 and a half years of service, and my pension will be at the max. So I can stay. He wants me to stay till 62 because my Social Security will increase. Sorry if this is boring talk, by the way. I just get off on a tangent. Anyway, I just wanted to do that for Buzz because I never get to type in what I really want to type in when he's doing his lives because it's so long and he's got a lot of followers, guys. Go, if you're close to retirement, check Buzz's Retirement Garage. Let me catch up with the comments here. All right. Ziggy, I am in Florida, but just sold the house. Where to go? We don't even know. Closing end of January. Well, Ziggy, I can tell you I didn't know where I was going to go either, and it all worked out. I landed 5 minutes from my job where I was 20 minutes from my job. It's all going to work out. I downsized too. We want to downsize. I know Stuart, Florida, a little bit only. Well, Stuart is kind of pricey. Pensions are great. Lucky dog. You deserve it, though, Ziggy. I retired at 60, but miss working intend to get back to some after moving. Well, good. Yeah, I may stay past 55, Ziggy and Buzz. Buzz, nice. Love the info. 55, I'd be long gone. Okay. I like that advice, Buzz. I get. I mean. Here's what I think, Buzz. if they're treating me good, and there's guys there who are in this, have this attitude now. There's like two or three of them, and I'm pretty high up on the seniority. I'm sixth or seventh down. The top guy started in 1990. Ray, his name's Ray. He's the chief water plant operator. He started in 1990. I was a freshman in high school. So anyway, here's what I'm thinking, Buzz. If they're treating me good and I can handle the job still, I'll stick around. I'm 5 minutes to the office. I'm so blessed. If Buzz had like an hour commute, he was saying the other night, or something like that, right? 90 miles or 60 miles, I forget what he said. Imagine that. Oh my God, that. And I used to get these Sunday night blues. Anybody know what the Sunday night blues are? My goodness. Ever since I went to a shift worker, I don't have that anymore because I'm in charge. I run the show. I'm by myself, but I better be able to handle what comes up, right? I'm 3 to 11. So I deal with people from like 3 to 4:30, and then the office empties out. And all the phone calls come to my phone for water breaks, low pressure calls, leaky fire hydrants, leaky water services, water in my basement. You name it, I get it. And I gotta go and go to these people's houses and see what's going on and see if I can help them or tell them to call a plumber. As I see the plow guy has arrived. I see the yellow lights out the window, Buzz. You know what? I don't have to shovel anymore at my old house. I don't have to shovel the driveway. I don't have to shovel a sidewalk. It's nice. I'm doing a YouTube video where I got my good friends here with me, and I'm looking out where the apartment complex, they're plowing, and they'll be shoveling before we get out the door in the morning. Marco, who is that? Shell Bell. Shell Bell chiming in from Marco Island, Florida. How's the cats doing, Shell Bell? So yeah, caricatures have slowed a bit for me. And they do here in upstate New York. I mean, you saw what's outside. My events were 90% outside. DNA sample. Oh, man. So caricatures events have slowed. I just did 2 or 3 right before Christmas, and there were company Christmas parties, holiday parties. And they were great. And I do them, I keep them close to home. If they're far away, like up in Saratoga, I am wary of the weather because you don't want to get stuck in this. I don't have a 4-wheel drive anymore. I turned in my redneck pickup truck license. No more of that because I don't have to go down a hill anymore to work or up a hill. All my level is straight, flat, and 5 minutes to 5 minutes. So I just be careful what gigs I book then. Anyway, nothing wrong with a pickup truck. The only problem with a pickup truck is all your friends want you to move their shit for them. Sorry, I don't mean to swear. Shout out to the Garbage Pail Kids. Okay, we got a comment. Is that Ziggy? Let me read that. Ziggy and Adam the Woo, rest in peace, Adam the Woo. We miss you so much. Does anybody here know who the heck I'm talking about? Adam the Woo was probably one of the biggest YouTubers out there, right under Mr. Beast. He had about 760,000 subscribers on one channel and maybe 300,000 on the other one, the Daily Woo channel. Oh, you're going to move, huh, Ziggy? Shout out to my favorite YouTube channels, Buzz's Retirement Garage, Sketchbook School, The Barefoot Vlogger, Terry. I love you, brother, if you happen to see this. I know he's busy. He's in Boca Raton, Florida. Guys, go check out Terry, The Barefoot Vlogger. Check out Adam the Woo, rest in peace. Check out German in Venice. Yeah, there's a lot. Rouser World, if you're into caricatures. Let me see what Ziggy's saying here. Stand by. Ziggy, we got hit a few years ago by Hurricane Ian. Oh, I remember that. Lived nearly a year in the driveway. I remember you telling me that. House like new and got a cash buyer ready to get back on the east side, maybe Celebration, Florida. Well, guess who was from Celebration, Florida? Adam the Woo. Most of his videos are from Adam the Woo. I'm checking on Adam the Woo. Ziggy, he does videos all from Celebration, Florida, where he just moved there about 2 years ago, he settled. He's from St. Cloud, Florida, Kissimmee, Florida, and he did everything on the 192 curse, the Highway 192 from Orlando to Kissimmee and back and forth. He did every abandoned property, every theme park, how to park hop. Do you know what park hopping is? From Disney to Universal to Epcot. He did Gatorland. He did everything Florida related. Then he drove cross country and did every backwoods style roadside attraction you can imagine. Then he did a lot in California with the on-site movie locations of Back to the Future, The Goonies, Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands. The list goes on, guys. Adam was such a guy, you felt like you knew him. And I'm really sad. I'm sad that he's gone, because what a peaceful way to go if what they're saying is true. He just died in his sleep. But who knows? I mean, right? Hopefully he didn't suffer. And the German in Venice went from California to Celebration, Florida to vlog with him on the latest video. And German in Venice couldn't get him to come to the door, called the police for a welfare check, a wellness check. And then they wound up getting EMTs busting in the door, and they found him. And if it wasn't for German in Venice, GIV, Mike, guys, he would have still been there. You know, it's sad. It's just so sad. If you want to know who Adam the Woo is, watch the last German in Venice video. He's got a lot of clips in there of him and how they found him. And his house right now is a shrine. People are bringing all kinds of Disney memorabilia. They're writing in chalk on his sidewalk right now as we speak. Really, wow. I can't wait to follow him. Adam the Woo, thanks. Yes, he passed away Christmas Eve, or the 23rd or the 24th. I forget which day. So just crazy. I don't want to dwell on that. But he is very important to the YouTube community and others. And the way he was a punk rocker, you know, tattoos, 6'4", big guy, lived in his van before people were even living in their van. That's when I started following him, you know. You couldn't get more punk rock than Adam the Woo to say, I'm going to do my own gosh darn thing. And he did. He had day jobs. He worked at Publix. He worked at Wegmans. I believe he worked. And he takes you through all of Celebration, Florida and St. Cloud, Florida. I worked at that store. That store is now a Publix, but before it was a Kmart. I was the blue light special guy. I was stocking shelves. I mean, just a guy has done everything. And it's so sad. And when people met him in public, he met a caricature buddy of mine on my buddy's caricature channel, Ashley, it's something Ashley Rowland, Rowland. Ashley posted his video, and he met Adam the Woo, was walking through the county fair. He goes, "You're Adam the Woo." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So nice to meet you." And Adam talked to Ashley like he was just a regular guy, like he knew him forever. And it's just so sad. And he encouraged everybody to just push record. And I can't say enough about him. If you don't know who Adam the Woo is, you want to check him out. And it's a great story. I mean, with a sad ending, but if I learned anything from Adam the Woo, it would be, I don't want to say live every day like it's your last. I would say live every day to your fullest. So even if it's just holding a door for somebody. And I held a door for a lady today at the mall when I walked with my buddy Dave, my coworker Dave. We went and walked, and there was this lady coming behind me, and I wanted to get in because it was freezing like this. And she's running into Macy's, and I said, "I got the door for you, young lady." She started smiling and giggling, and it made my day. It really did. Woo was only 51 years old, yes, and I'm 50. He looks young. Yes, he was young. And man, he did a lot of old town videos. Are you familiar with Kissimmee, Florida, Old Town, with the old classic cars? And my buddy Clem Kennicott and his wife, the magician. Clem was a magician buddy of mine, and I belong to the Society of American Magicians, and we have chapters all over the country. And he would visit the chapter in Kissimmee, Florida, and put on magic shows and attend magic. There was like a place where the magic shows would happen, and I just always wanted to get down there, and experience that. That's why you should retire ASAP. Buzz, you ain't kidding, brother. Here's the thing, Buzz. If my job, I need to be prepared. If my job ended tomorrow, what would I do? Would I be okay? Well, I would get all the deferred comp money. I mean, I'd be taking a penalty with taxes. I mean, but then I would get a reduced retirement. But I don't know. So I would say yes, around 55. I think I may retire because life is so short. I would do caricatures all that I can, and magic. I like doing magic for friends. I used to do. I'm thinking of just doing kids parties because I'm always at kids parties as a caricaturist, right? And I've been weaving in magic tricks at the easel. So I'm thinking of just doing caricatures and then a 10-minute short magic show at the end of the caricatures drawing. And what I do for the kids is I got this little box. I say, oh, I forgot my crayons today. And I show them the box and it's empty. And I hand them the magic wand. And I say, do you know any magic words? And as I hand them the magic wand goes, poof, it collapses. It's just a breakaway magic wand. So I do more silly stuff than serious magic stuff. And then it gets a laugh. And then I say, tap the box. And I open the box and the crayons in the box say, all right, now I can draw. So I relate it to my caricatures. And then I have the coloring book trick. And it's a coloring book with all blank pages. I hand them the magic wand again. It breaks, it collapses. And I say, tap the book, and then it's all colored pages, So I do a dollar bill trick, a rabbit out of thin air trick, and I do a Coke bottle trick where I vanish a Coke bottle and I crumple it up in a bag. And I also do a bag trick where I pull flowers out of a brown paper bag. That is on here, by the way, somewhere. So yes, I don't want to neglect my magic skills because you heard of Houdini the Great? Well, I am Mark the OK magician, caricature artist, city worker, YouTuber, 80s kid. All right, let's catch up with your comments and then we'll let you guys get out of here. All right, let me flip it around here. Give me 2 seconds to scroll through. Ziggy, Buzz retirement. That's why you retire ASAP. Melanowski is in the house. Ziggy, yes, we're thinking of renting in Kissimmee or Celebration, Florida. Take maybe a year to rest and then just renting, no hassle. Buzz, show us a trick. Oh, yeah, I'll show you a trick. Oops. Stand by. Okay, I gotta go get the trick. Hang on. Okay, I'll show you the dollar trick, and I'll show you something else. All right, I'm coming. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm here. So this is my go-to trick. I say, I'm great at making money disappear, or I'm great at making food disappear. But this is my go-to trick when I'm out somewhere and somebody says, hey, Mark, show us that trick again. And I get a dollar bill. And I make the joke, if you want to give me your money, I'll make it disappear. And then, it takes them a while to get the joke. All right, this is for Buzz. The dollar trick, all right? Money is hard to come by lately, but some weird things happen to money. If you squeeze it, you blow on it, what the heck happened here? It's inside out. It's real money. Both sides. I can't spend this. We got to turn it back inside out. Do you guys know any magic words? How about Man Magazine, Alfred E. Newman, Abracadabra, Okay, we'll go with Alfred E. Newman. And then it's that quick. It's back, guys. That's the inside out dollar bill trick. Say it in the comments that you like it. All right, that's one trick I do. And the other trick that's caricature or art related, come on, type in those comments if you like that trick. Say awesome trick, good trick, good trick. So yeah, this is one I do, mostly kids tricks, but I do have a few adult tricks like that one, and I do a few other things. But this is one that's kind of related, like to have a coloring book. And I say, hey, I got my coloring book. This is how I'm totally impressed. Oh, thank you, Buzz. Appreciate it. I say, I got my coloring book. You know, I'm an artist. I got to practice. I got to practice my drawing. And you got to practice your drawing and coloring too. And I haven't done this one in a while. Hopefully I do it right. And I say, oh, wait a minute. The pages are all blank. Guys, what's the matter here? And I hand him the magic wand. I don't have the magic wand, but I'll hand him a marker or pencil if I don't have it. I say, tap the book. Ooh, did you see that? Awesome trick, awesome trick. Yay, Alfred E. Newman. And they tap the book, and ooh, we got some drawings in here. We got the Joker, we got the clown, we got the magician right there, all right? We got the wizard, the fortune teller. Cool, huh? Hey, these pages were just empty. How'd you do that? What's missing? Color. There's a magician right here. Okay, we got to color him. Tap the book again, kiddo. And they tap the book, and then they're all colored. Yay! That's kind of the fun stuff I do. Mrs. Buzz enjoys your stories. You're a natural. Well, it's funny you say that, Buzz. I've always been an introvert. I don't have the gift of gab like my brother Paul does. My brother, yeah, I try to, act like my brother when I'm feeling shy and not talkative. And my mom says, boy, you know everybody. Where I take my mom places, she's like, you say you don't know anybody, but all these people know you. Where were we? I forget where we were. The mall, somewhere. I took mom somewhere, and these people all knew me. She's like, how does he know you? I'm like, oh, this is a guy from work. This is a guy from here. This is a guy from the Magic Club. This is a guy from the rock and roll days. I'm glad Mrs. Buzz likes my stories. I'll finish with one. If you want to hear one more story about the nuns, I'll tell you the nun story about, Catholic school growing up, being raised by nuns, and I'll finish with that. Type in the comments if you want to hear the nun story. Or if you want to hear the nun story or the high school story of when I disguised my voice and called the office and said I was going to be out sick, that I was Mr. Cartoon Mark and his son wasn't going to be in today. If you want to hear what happened with that, type in high school story or nun story. The nun story was from grade school. The high school story was from military school run by the brothers. So both. Buzz, you're going to like these stories. It's what made me the man I am today. These nuns. Nun story. Yeah, you got to hear the nun story. All right, nun story. Buzz wants to hear both. Maybe everybody say hi to Mrs. Buzz, because we all know Mrs. Buzz is the boss. Right? Happy wife, happy life. Sorry if I'm missing comments here. How did you do that? Okay, it's magic. That's how I did it. All right, nun story. We'll start with the nun story. Okay, 5th grade, 1986. The only reason I know that is because it was when the Challenger NASA space shuttle exploded, and we were watching it at lunchtime, which was crazy. Anyway, God, the things you remember. Okay, we were in 5th grade, Catholic school, the nun, Sister James. Her full name was Sister James Michael Ryan. Hi, Mrs. Buzz. Ziggy says hi. I hope you don't have her out in that garage, Buzz. You got heat out there? He's got my caricature up. I love seeing that thing. I worked on that. Oh, that was when his hot water tank exploded, and he even had the guys delivering it there, and he goes, hey, there's a dent on there. Just kidding. That was great. The guy's like, what? So I'm in 5th grade, and this was the scariest nun in the school. You did not. Hi, Squeaky. We're telling the nun story, Squeaky. Okay? Sister James Michael Ryan, very tough, old school nun, not afraid to hit you. Yeah, hi, Squeaky. Squeaky's saying hi. Could you hear her? But she took a soft spot with me later on. And I think she knew I needed a little extra help. I was very shy back then. I was not like this. And I was so glad she took me under her wing. But not this time. They ruled with toughness, and a little bit of fear is good. So we were all in school. Me, Danny, Dougie, Ricky, and Crystal. Crystal was always our buddy. She would hang out with us too. And we had to wear our uniforms, our shirt, our tie, everything. What do we do when we throw in spitballs? Or just crumple up little pieces of paper, throw them at your neighbor or up on the ceiling. And we thought we got away with it. Well, then lunch recess happened. Okay. Lunch recess happened. We go out on the playground. Actually, it was the street. In the city street, we'd block off one side and the other, and we'd play in the street. And we came back. But Sister James said, Mark, you wait out here in the hallway. Danny, you wait out here in the hallway. Dougie, Ricky, and Crystal, all wait out here in the hallway. What the heck's going on? Okay. A couple minutes go by, and we're like, we in trouble? What's going on? And the door opens slowly. It's Sister James, and all the other classmates are sitting there with smiles on their faces. And she goes, come on in, gentlemen and girl. You want to throw spitballs? Clean this up. Buzz, the entire floor was covered with shredded up little pieces of paper that she must have had every student rip out pages from their notebook and had them tear up pieces of paper as tiny as they could. And we had to freaking pick those up bare hand and throw them in the trash bin. And she goes, you want to throw spitballs? Pick this up. Let me tell you, we never threw spitballs again. And I'll never forget Amy Halpin, if you're watching this. Amy Halpin, we thought we were done. And Amy would go, Mark, you missed one. I'm like, oh, okay, Amy. She's the one I had a crush on, by the way. I'd pick it up, throw it in the tree. Mark, you missed another one. It took me 5 times to figure out that she was tearing off more and throwing them on the floor. So, yeah, taught us well. We never threw spitballs again. We didn't want to go through that humiliation. Oh, man, and that was great. I never forget it. Catholic school, grade school here, too. Oh, yeah, the paddle boards for only boys got it. Wow. We didn't get the paddle boards. We got the eraser thrown. I remember a flying eraser with chalk hitting us in the head. All right, we're gonna finish up here. We just did some magic tricks. If you want to hear the high school story, I will finish out with that. And I think that, I don't know which one tops. You tell me which one. They're both equally good. Good story. Glad you guys like it. Buzz, if you want to hear the, and Mrs. Buzz, if you want to hear the high school story, I will finish out with that. I'm sorry, I did not win the Powerball. I was just getting my tickets. You know, I didn't win the Powerball. You know, I think I'd stay where I am if I did win it. I love it here so much. All right, we're going to finish up with the high school story. This whole video goes out to Adam the Woo and all his subscribers, by the way. We love you, Adam. There's going to be a meetup down in Celebration, Florida, we think. Actually, St. Cloud, Florida. Go for it. All right, I'm going to go for it. So, yes, there's going to be a meetup in a... hi, Squeaky. Okay, high school story. Sorry, I get rambling here. On a snowy night here in Albany, New York. Squeaky's here. Hi. She just jumped on my coloring book. We're doing magic tonight, Squeaky. I know, that's your table. Table's been in my family over 40 years, by the way. Parents gave me that. And they said a lot of the hefty decisions were made on this table and we want you to have it. Anyway, Dad's now 83, just turned 82, and Mom is 79. going strong. And they're heading to Florida here in a few days. Okay. And Dad's driving halfway from the auto train. All right, I'm in military school, 1990 to 1994, Catholic military school. All right. We had the brothers, the Franciscan brothers, and we had the sergeants from the Army, just to give you what it was like, a full military dress, you know, shirt, tie, jacket with your ribbons, your medals that you earned from perfect attendance, from good grades, from the Rangers, from camping, from military knockout drill. I won first place in the military knockout drill, and then the next year I won fourth place in the military knockout drill. What it is, quickly, is a company commander with 30 men in his company with the rifle, and they give you commands: right shoulder arms, left shoulder arms, about face, forward march, time march. Anyway, and the actual sergeants from the Army are there watching you, about 3 or 4 of them, and if you make a mistake, they tap you on the shoulder, you're out. You're out, go sit down, you're out. And the guy's yelling out commands. And one guy had a finger on a wrong bolt or something that disqualified. It came down to me and another guy, and I won it. I can't believe it. I won it, I got that medal. I was so proud of that medal. Anyway, one day in the 1990s, I didn't want to go to school. I needed a day off, right? Oh, those Franciscans are seriously devout. Yes, they are, Ziggy. And they're tough too. I got the fingers in the chest against the locker while the knob from the combination locker is in your back. You know, I'm like, yes, brother, yes, brother. You'll report to detention. Yes, brother, yes, brother. Anyway, I didn't want to go to school. All right. And the schedule was at home. I lived a little farther from the high school, so I had to take a bus. I can get into the bus if you want, which was kind of, I don't want to say humiliating, but I had to take a bus from my house with all the public school kids, all right, and go to the public school in my full uniform, wait for the transfer bus to go to the military Catholic school. So I had to watch all my friends go to high school with girls, while I had to go to a school with guys and wear a uniform. For 4 years, mind you. Yeah. Fun. Anyway, I needed a day off, right? So I said, you know, Mom and Dad go to work ahead of me, and I get the bus. Maybe I'll call the office and, you know, disguise my voice. Tell them I'm sick. So they go to work. Mom and Dad go to work. Cartoon Mark is in his uniform like he's ready to go to school and waits a few minutes, picks up the old telephone with the dial on it and calls 783-28. I remember the number, 283 something. I remember the number. You ever remember numbers from the 1980s? I can tell you my friends' phone numbers, the school number. Anyway, I call and I disguise my voice. Hey, this is Mr. Cartoon Mark. Mark won't be in today. He's sick today. They said, okay, Mr. Cartoon Mark, thank you. I hung up the phone. I got away with it. I had MTV playing on the TV. I had food. Maybe I ordered a pizza. I don't know what I did. But I wasn't in school, and I got away with it. Well, about a month later, Buzz, guess what I did? I got greedy. Oh, yeah. Cartoon Mark got greedy. Tried to do the same thing. Hit that thumbs up. 10 people in here. Thank you. Parents went off to work. I was supposed to get the bus. I didn't go get the bus. I picked up the phone, dialed 283-2800. LaSalle Institute. Yeah. Oh, this is Mr. Cartoon Mark. Mark won't be in today. He's out sick today. Okay, thank you, Mr. Cartoon Mark. I hang up the phone. Whew, got away with it again. Well, I got MTV playing on the TV. I got pizza coming, whatever. And I hear, I don't want to knock too loud because Squeaky, she gets scared of loud noises. I hear, knock, 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 knock. Who the hell's here? It's 11 in the morning or whatever, 10 in the morning, whatever time it was. That kind of earlier in the morning. Well, I go to the door. I open the front door, and my jaw dropped. It's the vice principal, the disciplinarian, Brother Thomas Zoppo. Brother Thomas says, Mr. Brennan, put your uniform on. You're coming with me. Yes, brother. Buzz, I had detention for a week. I was scrubbing lockers with a toothbrush. I was cleaning trash. I was hosing down trash barrels, working with the janitors, doing what they wanted for a full week. And I never told anybody about that until after, like 20 years later, whenever it was. I told my father like 10 years ago. He goes, I never heard this story. He goes, that's worth all the tuition I ever spent. So Father Cartoon Mark said he got his tuition money worth with that story. And I got caught. And in the words of Abraham Lincoln, you can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And Brother Thomas caught me. The lady in the office must have been like, that wasn't Mr. Cartoon Mark. That was the kid. She probably called down to the disciplinarian, sent him to my house. Miss Brosco. Thank you, Miss Brosco. You're supposed to be on my side. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, Buzz. Don't answer the door. I know, I shouldn't have. Just a movie. I know, I should, like Home Alone, right? Jeez. But this was the day when kids came to your house and knocked on the door. I thought maybe one of my buddies had the day off. Oh, man. Let me read the comments here. Oh, boy. So that's the story, yep. Hey, Mystic Rose is here. Sorry, Rose. How you doing? I love your story and your shirt. Oh, thank you, Rose. Everybody go subscribe to Mystic Rose. Ziggy, Brother Thomas. Oh, geez. Buzz retirement. Don't answer the door, just like the movie. Why did you answer the door? Well, I don't know why. Because I was dumb. Yeah, so that's the story. Those are the two stories. The nun story. Thank you, Rose. And the Brother Thomas high school story. Not much else stands out, but those two stories stood out for me. And yeah, so this whole video goes out to Adam the Woo, who we are remembering. Go watch any one of his videos. Have you done cool drawings today or lately? No, Rose. I spoke about this earlier. I'm in a little, I don't want to say artistic slump, but the caricature, I'll explain it quick. I went from working full-time. I'm on vacation for a week here. I work full-time and I do caricatures basically any chance I get for the spring, summer, and fall. Well, they have ended in December because there's 9 inches of snow on the way here in New York. The events kind of slow down here in upstate New York. So, and I need a break because I'm just burnt out from traveling to events and working full-time and working overtime. And so I don't want to look at a drawing. I don't want to look at a marker. I don't want to look at it my easel. I'm just decompressing. And now I take time to do what I want to do. And still trying to figure out what that is. I do single panel gag cartoons, and I do caricature examples like to post on my display board, like Freddy Krueger, or I got a Seinfeld one and stuff like that. A couple musicians I like. So yeah, I take time to really polish up my caricature skills in this time. And I did a few paintings. Hi, Squeaky. She's right here. Love you, Squeaky. The paintings are kind of dark in nature, Rose, so I don't want to go down that road anymore. I know you gave me great advice to draw cute, creepy cute, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And I'm gonna try to work on that, like kind of like Tim Burton type drawings. I hear you. So I got a crazy drawing of a zombie girl. It's all in pink. A painting of a zombie girl, and I got one of the Grim Reaper that's kind of all in blue. Not all blue, but kind of blue. So yeah, it's just trying to find my way. You know what Al Hirschfeld said, the famous caricature artist? He said, a painting is just a drawing that you trip over in the dark. Buzz is heading out. Happy Festivus. See you next time, Mark. Great show. Thank you. I'm going to leave on a high note, guys. Thank you, Buzz. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Milanowski. Thank you, Ziggy, for stopping in. Shellbell, Blue Sky, all you guys, all my regulars. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You might see a lot of me this week. I go back to work on Wednesday. Thank you for liking the shirt, Rose. This is called Fry and Brian, or no, Electric Bill. Electric Bill. Good night, guys. XOXO. Great seeing you guys. Hope you enjoyed the little magic show I did as well. And yeah, we'll see you next time. In the words of Adam the Woo, join me, shall you? Right, Squeaky? Right, Squeaky. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.